think, as a team, we obviously appreciate it, put us back ahead, and I think the fans appreciate it, putting us ahead in the game. He just missed hitting one earlier, a 3-run homer, or I think it would have been a 3-run homer. I couldn't tell if Delman Young, robbed it or it was just as high as the fence, but it was a big hit again.
Off the bat, did you think that was a 3-run homer?
Yes, I did.
Not knowing what you were going to get from him coming into the season, what has he meant to this lineup?
He's meant a lot. We started hitting him, I think 6 when the season started because we weren't exactly sure what we were going to get, and he kept moving his way up and up and up. And, he's done a really good job in the 3-hole, getting in, getting on base, driving in base runners, hitting home runs for us, scoring runs. What you want. The 2 guys at top have done a great job of setting the table for the guys behind him. But Alex has been productive.
Dave.
Joe, based on the suspension in his past, obviously, people had wondered about how fans would receive him up here, but I think everybody knew that as long as he was a productive member of the Yankees, that he was going to be received pretty warmly. Is that how you felt as long as he did stuff for you guys?
There's been other guys that have went through suspensions and their troubles and have done things that at times have turned the fans off, and when you're productive, you kind of, re-earn their respect, and they pull for you. That's the bottom line as players. Not just in our sports, in all sports. And they want to see their players successful. So it really came down to how productive he was going to be. It was probably determined how he was going to be received. And so far, he's done a really good job.
Did that seem like a good moment for you guys, too, with the curtain call?
Our guys encouraged him to go out. So I thought it was a nice gesture.
Mark.
So you've talked about not liking when your guys are dealing with milestones because they put pressure on themselves. 660 is done. 661 is done. Are you happy to see these 2 home runs hit?
I sure am. I'm not sure what's next. The 3,000 hits.
Babe.
Yeah, the 3,000 hits. That's something that I'm sure that he'll be asked about a lot, and as he gets closer. But right now we have some clear sailing for a while.
Joe, I know the milestones are over for now, but this $6 million thing is still out there, and he's been pretty good at addressing it. But Brian said it's not going to. Has this been a distraction to you, to anyone else in the team?
No, it's my job is to manage the player. It's no distraction to me at all.
How about within the clubhouse? Do you worry that it's going to filter into that at all?
No. I said when Alex came back, I didn't think it would be a distraction in the clubhouse. Guys would have to answer a few questions for a few days. He would fit right back in, and that's exactly what he's done.
Anybody else? Mark?
Eovaldi struggled again to get out of the 6th. What did you think of his performance overall?
I just thought he lacked the command that he had in Boston tonight. I thought he had to really battle tonight. I didn't think his breaking ball he threw as often for strikes tonight as he did in Boston. And he just had to battle. You looked up and he gave up 4 hits, and I think 2 were home runs. 1 was a double, and maybe 2 were doubles. But he did a good job of keeping us in the game when he didn't have his A stuff.
He struggled to give you guys length. Is that a concern at all? I think he has 1 7-inning start, and beyond that, it's 5 1/3.
Obviously you want your guys to give you length. Probably the most important thing is to keep you in the game. That's probably more, and we'll figure out the rest.
So you look at that 5th inning, how different would it be if you didn't have that pickoff?
Oh, well, it could have been substantially different. That's a huge play in this game. Because it's going to be hard to turn the double play on Jones. If he's got to hit it pretty hard. He's pretty good in those. He's been pretty good in those situations. It was a huge play.
Kyle, all the way to your right, Joe.
What are your thoughts on what you got from the top 4 guys in the order tonight?
Oh, they did a great job. They started it right away, early on, and we, after giving up the run, we take the lead 2-1. And I thought it was important that we bounce back, and we kept bouncing back when they tied up the score. But the top guys, the 4 guys at the top had an awesome night.